What's up?
What's up, bro? Good to see you. This is my wife, Stephanie.
How you doing, ma'am?
Nice to
How you
meet
doing?
you.
I'll catch up with you guys in a couple minutes. Let's see. All right, guys, let me know if you can hear me or not. I was trying to do it the horizontal way, but this stupid app sucks ass. Anyway, Jeep Girl, Maria, Cooper, Krista, thank you for the 5x5. Catherine, Adeline, No Juan, Smoking, Brian, thank you for the 5x5. Hudson, PA, JF, Adriana, thank you for the 5x5. Thank you for joining me. All right, so I made it to Arkansas. As you guys can see, this is not fucking New York City. That's for sure. Um, this place is like these places, guys, that I've been to, they're like dead, man. Like it's it's uh it's just strange. Like this is the middle of the street. You couldn't do this shit in New York. You get killed. First of all, you probably get robbed and raped by rats in New York. And here, it's just this is bizarre. So this is Fort Smith, guys. Fort Smith, Arkansas. Hudson, yeah, everything is flat here. Listen, last night I was in St. Louis, right? And in St. Louis, guys, I got there at 6 o'clock in the afternoon or evening, and it was about as dead as this. It's 6:30. I could fucking break dance in the middle of the street right now, and they got free parking here. Anyway, this place is just. I mean, like I've been to towns before, and with small towns, I get it. I get the quietness. I get the, but this is like, is this a city? Is this a town? Whatever. Well, here is flat. I mean, where I actually came up the side of mountains, there was a bunch of bridges to get here, and I was like, man, there's a fucking ton of bridges just to get to this to get here, but it's seemingly flat here. This is a, I guess this is a restaurant. Oh, it's called Prohibition. Go figure. All right, so we're gonna go to the main Ave, and the main Ave is where I guess the party's at. I don't know. But anyway, guys, so for those of you that were on earlier during the drive, when I was talking about the different things that are going on with human behavior, we're just seeing this decline in everybody's attitude and everybody's um, just the way they're behaving. And I've never seen this in human history. Yes, I am in Arkansas, Fort Smith, Arkansas. There says there's a burger joint around here. Actually, it's around the corner this way, from what I've been told. So, and so I'm here. Okay, the Ruckus Refuge, the Refuge Ruckus, is starting tomorrow. That's Bear Independence, um, like prepper convention that he has going on. He has a bunch of speakers, including myself. I couldn't tell you the other speakers. I do apologize for that. But so this is the happening spot, guys. This is somebody's street. Hold on, Garrison. This is Garrison Ave. It almost looks like a scene out of fucking Rain Man, actually. Yeah, this is Garrison Ave. Give me a second. I might have to clean my lens. Give me 2 seconds. So that didn't help one bit. Okay, whatever. Yeah, Hudson Valley. We should definitely start something in New York. I mean, because there's a lot of there's a lot of good shit that happens elsewhere. There are a lot of other prepper events that are like a lot bigger. We would get a nice, decent sized one going if we started one in New York, but we could talk about that when I get back. So anyway, this is it, guys. This is the busy street here. Everybody, if I'm not mistaken, there's a restaurant. I think it's down that way. I want to say it's down that way where everybody's eating at. But okay, so back to what I was talking about earlier, right? So the story, guys, that I was telling the story of a father who, went to off himself and his kids. By doing so, he put them in a car. He puts them in the front seat, and these kids are babies, right? I think one was like 18 months, and the other one might have been 2 or 3. And he puts them in a car. He leaves a note for the wife. He takes the car, drives it off a cliff. The wife gets home, sees the note, calls the cops. I think this might have been like in Ireland or something like that, or the UK. She calls the cops. The cops find him and the kids alive after he drove it off a cliff into a bluff. And his reason for doing it, it's unclear. But my point, guys, is that there are more of these situations going on. And I want to know if this is the depopulation at work. With, instead of having us become sick with the illnesses and viruses and things of that nature, I wonder if this is it. Because you can definitely destroy the human race through behavioral issues, as we're seeing. So this is an Italian restaurant. I thought this was a bank because on the front there it says First Security. Maybe it's a bank. It's an Italian restaurant in Arkansas. I will never eat there. I'm sorry. There's just certain places, guys, you don't test the waters with. You don't test Italian food in an area like this. So I'm really curious. If that's the convention there, where is the restaurant that everybody said they were eating at? Whatever. I'll get the what you call a little bit. Well, yes, it's an old bank for sure. It says First Security Bank right on the side. Maybe it shares it. Maybe it's a bank and a restaurant. I don't know. And if that is so, I've never seen that before. And as you guys can see, there's nobody on the sidewalk. I mean, there was one guy that just passed us all the way down there. There's nobody else out here. This is bananas. I mean, like, I actually like this. I like this no people shit. This is pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a bank. It's a brick building, but it shares it with a restaurant. I've never seen that before. So, guys, my point to it is, as I'm driving, I'm just like watching videos or listening to videos. Excuse me, because I'm driving. Right on my 20-hour trip down here. It was about 20 hours to get here. I did stay over again last night in St. Louis. But listening to these stories, guys, something is not making sense, right? There's a lot of people acting badly. There are a lot of people doing crazy shit. So it's got to be up this way. See if I can find a restaurant. Anyway, actually, there's a church down in the middle of the street. Fuck it, let's walk down to that. By the time I walk down and back, hopefully the live stream will be over. Again, for those that are just joining, this is Fort Smith, Arkansas. The complete opposite of New York City, I might add. But so, again, guys, the depopulation that we keep hearing about, right? And you know what's funny? I watched those videos again of Bill Gates mentioning about depopulation and how to go about it. And you can't dispute that video. And somehow, guys, the media will look at that video and go, that's not what he was talking about. I mean, I must have watched that video probably 3 times, 4 times. And I watched the entire length, the one video he had with TED Talks, where it was a good like 20-minute talk, a 30-minute talk. And that's exactly who he was talking about. He was talking about depopulating the planet. But now, are we seeing a bad reaction to this? Are we seeing a bad reaction to what they wanted to do? And is that bad reaction catching them off guard? And that reaction is having us essentially go insane, because I think that's what's hitting. This is 9:06. Might be a restaurant I'll entertain. But anyway. Trying to read the comments, so give me a break. Now, as you can see, I mean, a lot of you guys heard, Gates is clearly up to no good. I mean, there's no arguing that case. This guy's car has his fucking airbags deployed on the side. Holy shit. Anyway, there's a bunch of empty stores here, by the way. I mean, there's a bunch we passed back there. There's a couple across the street. But yeah, Gates, guys, apparently he's just looking to end the human race. But their reason for it, which was not in another video, well, an interview a couple years prior, that there's too many people on this planet, that there's too many diseases on this planet. And keep in mind, some of the diseases that he talks about, I personally believe he created some of those. So, you guys want to see something wild? Well, not see something. I came down this street earlier, right? To get here, I came down that street. That street has the shadiest hotels I've ever seen in my entire life. I've never seen anything like it. Actually, I'm gonna walk across the street to get away from this music. Because I wish they fucking would. And that's the thing, they're not used to people crossing the street here, because everybody's looking at me like, what the fuck's this guy doing crossing the street? How dare he? But this fucking area is wild. I don't know who this is, but apparently he's got a fountain. And the fountain is not working, because why would it? Maybe that's him right there, John Yanis, a war hero, I take it. This guy has camo on his Jeep. Anyway. Everybody's asking me, where are you? I'm in Fort Smith, Arkansas. There's a lot of, oh, that's General Williams Darby. This guy here. The fountain was somebody else. Yeah, like this is called like Skid Row. We could walk down there and you'll see some really shady shit. Yeah, but there's not a lot going on here, man. I don't see how this town is gonna survive, whatever the fuck you wanna call this. So I'm in Arkansas for the Refuge Ruckus, excuse me, which is Bear Independence, like prepper convention kind of deal. So there's a lot of, Jody's asking where I'm at. Jody, if you're watching, I'm standing on somebody's fucking street corner. Matter of fact, I'm by Red Roof Inn, but I'm gonna walk back towards the hotel if you're watching this. In a couple minutes, actually. Yeah, so guys, my whole point to this video is that we have to, and I don't want to sound like an alarmist. I don't want to get carried away, but we have to pay attention to people's behavior, because I'm watching and hearing, I'm reading, excuse me, more violent acts that are bizarre to me. Like I'm not condoning any of the actions that go on, but people are offing people in some very disturbing ways. And it's not the usual, bang or stab or anything like that. It's like some off the wall stuff. And I'm like, not agreeing with it, but if you're going to do this to people, why do it in that manner? So something's off. And people, I think, are becoming more unhinged. Yes, you could sit there and say preppers are unhinged. You guys are always conspiracy theory. So be it. But we're not going to sit there and go into a school or a church or a supermarket or a family holiday dinner and off the entire family. So I don't know. They got axe throwing here and nobody's here. There's absolutely nobody at this axe throwing place. This Fort Smith, guys, looks like they were trying to make it like a hipster town, and it just didn't work out. It's pretty bare, desolate. Anyway, everybody needs to keep their head on the swivel for everybody and anything at this point. And I know that's kind of again, that's kind of how you say paranoid, but I don't trust anybody. I'm looking at people and I'm like, you know, people are showing very odd behaviors and actions within the last 3 years. And we're going to see more of it. And according to a doctor, he says we're going to see more people pass away or develop interesting diseases or cancers. We're going to see that. Uh, he didn't say, he said a lot. He didn't want to specify how much, but he said more than we should. He says we're also going to see, like I said before, cancer skyrocket. And we're starting to see it now, guys. We're starting to see a lot of famous people or people we know come down with cancer. Listen, guys, I'm still blown away by this, like, no one being on the street shit. I am really, I mean, I know a lot of you guys live in towns like this and shit, but this is supposedly a city. And this is bizarre. Like, there's no garbage, but they're meth heads. Like, again, all down Skid Row there. There's no garbage here. There's no people on the streets, that is. I mean, obviously, people are driving by and shit. Yes, he said you're so used to New York. Well, I mean, yeah, I am used to New York, and that's the thing. But I'm more impressed with the lack of people on the streets. The garbage I get. I mean, I go anywhere in the world and see a clean street, but this shit, nobody on the street. What if I got robbed and mugged right now? There's no one out here. I mean, not that I would need help, but let's just say I was a weaker, gentler, nerdy black dude. How would I scream for help out here? There's no one to help me. Ice around the corner, probably. Yeah. Um, Whatever's going on with Smokey Blazer, man. I guess I'm sorry to hear that. Smokey Blazer. Everybody stayed. Bucky. Yeah, that's sort of what I'm getting at. It's like I don't know, man. I see a shift in people and the way they're behaving, and not everyone, but it seems to be those who were, uh, you know, arm ticketed. I'm starting to see this weird behavior in people, and maybe it could be something else. Because, I mean, I don't. I mean, a large percentage of people took the arm ticket. A large percentage here in the United States, that is, anyway. You know, I mean, it wasn't. If I'm not mistaken, it wasn't over 50%, but it was up there. So there's one other person walking right next to me, and then there's like somebody way the fuck up there, like a speck, way the hell up there. So I don't know about this, but I never heard of this. The Great Cyclone of Fort Smith, a cyclone carrying death and destruction in its wake visited Fort Smith at 11:15 p.m. on Tuesday, January 11, 1898. Out of the western skies on a unusually balmy night came first an epic showing of lightning, followed by heavy winds. Then, with the roar of thousands of freight trains, a tornado of great proportions sprang from the Indiana Territory, leaping over Arkansas River and striking first at the National Cemetery, then turning its forces on Garrison Avenue, which is where we are right now. It flattened buildings from 9th Street to the new high school on Grand Ave. I'm pretty sure it's down that way, cutting a mile-long, 500-yard swath of destruction through Fort Smith. Property's damage was peeled, was sorry, property damage was placed at $500,000. Again, this is back in 1898. As beautiful morning dawned on January 12th, the next day, 55 people were dead or dying, 113 were seriously injured. And that's the Great Cyclone at Fort Smith. So it was all of this here, I'm pretty sure. And probably not that church behind us. Pretty interesting. But anyway, I just wanted to get that out of the way because again, just noticing things and the trust factors of people right now is, for me, lower. If I don't know you, I'm suspect of you for a while. You know, I don't care to get to know new people at this point. Not with all the weird shit going on. Listen, I went up the Great Archway, right, in St. Louis, and that whole museum of people that worked there, I don't know if it was me, but every last person there was weirder than the next. It was a bizarre experience dealing with those people. So, like I said, um, and people are, like I said, and people are becoming weird, but I'm not sure again if that has anything to do with the arm ticket or the human evolution. But the violence that we're seeing, I'm I'm going to blame the arm ticket, but I don't have any proof. But the weirdness of people, that seems like that's always been a thing, but it's been getting worse over the last couple of years. And the craziness, guys, is that, talking about the arm ticket yet again, which I think I'll be talking about for like ever until the channel's gone or until I'm dead. But the amount of people, guys, having or coming down with stage 4 cancer out of nowhere on their first visit or their first checkup. There was a doctor, I saw the video about a week or two ago. I don't know how old the video was, but he said that he has never seen this many people come down with stage 4 cancers as their first go around. Like, he's never seen anything like it. Is this place open? Shit. It's like dark street. Like, it doesn't look that dark in here, but in the camera it looks pretty lit up, but it's pretty dark down that street. Again, I think I ran into 5 people since I've been walking up and down this strip. Tomorrow night's live stream, it'll be probably in the room or maybe in the parking lot. We'll see. But this is just a short live stream going over the amount of news articles that I'm reading and reading people behave badly. Again, never seen anything like it. So Other than that, guys, I'm going to go off the air now. I'm going to go try and find something to eat in this desolate town. And we'll see you guys tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. And then that'll be that. I don't know if I'm doing a double header. I'm definitely doing an Angry Prepper. We shall see. It'll be on my phone because I don't have any of my gear with me. But yeah, guys, thank you for joining me. Thank you for turning out as usual. And I will see you guys tomorrow night.